This program is supported by Sleepy Shorts, the bedtime story podcast. If you're having trouble falling asleep, then give Sleepy Shorts a try wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello, welcome to the COVID Cook, the show where we take whatever we can find in our pantry, fridge, and freezer and turn it into something delicious, or at least edible. So today we're making something fancy sounding called a cassoulet. It's French. Now a cassoulet is a fancy French term that basically means bean and meat stew. The recipe traditionally calls for a variety of pork products. Yum. I have two today that I'll be using. Bacon, right? Pork tenderloin, and there's another meat that I'll add because why not? It's chicken sausage. This happens to be chorizo, which should be interesting in a French dish, and white beans. So I don't have white beans, but I do have a can of black beans handy. What's the diff? You can get really fancy with a cassoulet. It can take days to prepare. You make stuff like duck confit, whatever that is. We're not gonna do all that, but we are gonna use good old-fashioned butter. And if butter's wrong, I don't wanna be right. Generally, herbs are often added. I don't have any fresh herbs, but what I do have, herbes de Provence, that's weird, and dried parsley. I've also seen recipes for fresh thyme, or you could use dried. You could always throw in a bay leaf if you want to. You got options. A cassoulet is traditionally cooked in a Dutch oven. I don't happen to have a Dutch oven. I've got a casserole dish and this pot. I'm gonna make everything in here and then transfer it. What are you gonna do? It's COVID. Now the first thing we're gonna do is drain and rinse the beans, then bring them to a boil with a couple of cups of water. This should help relieve some of that natural gassiness in beans, you know, the musical fruit. Meanwhile, I cut up the bacon and the sausage and I'm gonna fry that in just a little bit of butter till the fat is mostly rendered. So I've scooped out the brown bacon and sausage and placed that aside. I'm gonna get started on pork next. Lightly season it, cube it. Add that to the same pan, then brown for several minutes. At this point, you want to discard most of the fat. I put mine in this bean container. The dish also calls for carrots and celery, which I happen to have, and onion, don't have that, but I do have garlic. Some recipes also call for a can of tomatoes, don't have them, but I did manage to find some tomato paste in the pantry, so we'll go with that. Add the garlic, carrot, celery, herbs, tomato paste, and beans to the pot. Add 2 cups of chicken stock, if you got it. Any stock will do. Simmer until the vegetables begin to soften, then add the browned meat. The main other thing in this recipe is to top the whole thing off with some yummy buttery breadcrumbs. I thought I'd keep this gluten-free today, so what I'm gonna go for is a mix of almond flour and instant mashed potatoes. I can do whatever I want. It's my show. Put that mixture in your original pot with a little bit of melted butter and just kind of brown it. Then put that on top of your stew and pop it in the oven. Now we wait. Check it out. We're all done. Can't wait to give it a try. Maybe serve this with a little side salad. That's not wrong. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the COVID Cook. Join us again next time for Beats the Heck Out of Me. That is good. Bye. For contact info, recipes, and more, visit cookingforcovid.com.